Hey everybody, welcome to Sad Panda Presents. This is a podcast about music, and we're going to talk about some different albums that we're listening to. Right now we're going through the staff pick list on the consequenceofsound.net, talking about number 82 on the list, Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. Fair warning, we use some coarse language or say offensive things during the show, and I am Andrew.
And I'm Shane.
So what's up, man? What's been going on?
Oh, not a lot of, I got a new job within my company.
Nice.
And I've been having to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. So that's fun and new. I kind of a night owl. So the readjustment to the 5 a.m. waking up is very stark.
Yeah, I bet.
So, but beyond that, not a lot. I've been at the lake a bunch, and we're finishing up the little casita that we've been building. So all the drywall and painting and stuff like that is kind of finishing up. We put the wires in for the lights. We just need the electrician to come in with a box to actually hook up to have it set up. And then we got a hot water heater that we need to put in, and then just some painting stuff. But man, I've been busting my ass.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A. Yeah. So,
how about you, baby?
Got a guitar almost finished. Noticed a mistake I made today that's gonna set me back at least a few days. So I was a little irritated, but whatever. It's a thing. It happens. I'll fix it and move on. I was gonna put strings on it today, and then found this, and I had to order something off of Amazon, and I was like, well, fuck. So, so yeah. Went to the dentist. Been going down nostalgia lane with some old Adult Swim shit that's on Hulu, like Venture Brothers and what else? Harvey Birdman. That's the one Birdman? I was thinking of. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Birdman.
So yeah, it's been pretty good. I got I bought some salsas when I was down in Fredericksburg about a week and a half ago.
Oh, really? Anything good?
Yeah. So they have this kitschy food store, whatever you want to call it, where they make salsa and fudge and all that kind of shit, and they have a bunch of their salsas on display to taste test and shit. And so I got two of them. One of them's a ghost pepper salsa and one of them's a Carolina Reaper salsa. And when I tried them at the store, the ghost pepper was fuck, that's hot. And the Reaper was it's not terribly hot, but it's fucking delicious. So I ordered those, or I bought those and had them shipped to me. And I've been eating the ghost pepper one because it's the hotter one. Yeah, my mouth's been burninated, and I like it because it feels good. So, and it's pretty tasty. But I think the Reaper salsa was way tastier. But it's a good weekend in Fredericksburg.
In Fredericksburg, did you try any of the breweries or the wineries that they have around there?
I've been to a couple of the wineries there. I don't remember their names. And I've been to, I think, a brewery there. But seeing as how I was there with Kirsten and my parents, and my dad and Kirsten both have celiacs, we kind of stayed away from the German food and the breweries and shit. Because yeah. So
I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. It's fine. Yeah, well, that's cool, man. Fucking A. Did y'all get any, what do they have there? Pecans? Is that their thing?
Peaches. But we did go to a car show on Saturday, which I haven't done in a long time, so that was really good.
Oh, super cool. That's fun. Actually, I had to take my son back, not too long ago, and, we went through Luling. Okay. And the weekend I bring him back, they're having a watermelon thump weekend.
That sounds dirty. And slightly racist.
Well, I mean, I don't think they put them in the oven and then cut holes in them or anything like that. I think it's more like a watermelon festival. Like they're not, I don't know. But, that sounded fun. And I know Fredericksburg they have their peaches, and I think they do some nut things in like the fall? I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, I did some nut things, if you know what I mean.
And the watermelons? Yes, of course. I mean, everybody put a melon in the oven at like 200 for like 20 minutes to where it got like lukewarm. Yeah,
like the temperature of boiling water?
For like 10 minutes.
Dog. Alright, whatever. You can boil your dick. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with you.
You apparently are a fucking noob to this, sir.
I mean, I know it's gonna take a while to heat up, but I'd rather just not take the risk. I'd rather just wait longer.
Yeah, 200 for like 10 minutes. For a watermelon?
Oh, yeah, sure. Alright. I mean, yeah, water takes a while to heat up, but that still sounds dangerous. If it splits and starts steaming, you know it's gone too far.
Exactly. Or just far enough.
So let us know if you've tried this. Leave a comment on our Facebook page on this post and tell us about your experience with watermelon thumping.
You don't actually have to do that.
Please do.
But if you did, what temperature did you set it at, and how long? Like,
we really want to know.
Let's solve this argument, like, because I feel like you're being super judgy right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's a thing. I don't know. I mean, a watermelon. I feel like a watermelon, would just kind of start disintegrating instantly when you put your dick in it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's better than like Jell-O at like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, what about just like sponges or a plastic bag wrapped around sponges with some lube? You know.
Well, you're like an engineer, so like.
No, okay, here you go. Here's one that I feel like should be, more common. You stick a plastic bag of lube in between the couch cushions and go wild. You didn't do that when you were like 12?
No, I wasn't. I just raw dogged the couch cushions when I was 12.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you know what? I didn't even do the couch cushions. I did I just laid on top of it. No, I just laid on top of my dick and just slowly stroked.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was like the pressure more than like the rubbing.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So the Smashing Pumpkins.
So speaking of smashing, the Smashing Pumpkins. This is their second album that was released in July 24th in 1993, and it's technically grunge. However, I'd throw my hat in the ring to say that this is more prog rock than grunge.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there.
But it's technically classified as grunge.
Yeah, okay.
And then there's, Billy Corrigan, the bald-headed lead singer. He wrote a lot of, pretty much all of this album. Kind of peek behind the curtains. I've had a set of notes for like 2 weeks that I left at another location, so I had to really flash.
Okay, well, I've never been crazy familiar with the Smashing Pumpkins, and so I'm gonna struggle a little bit here. That being said, I don't know, man. It's always been one of those things where it's like Billy Corgan has a very unique voice and uses it in a unique way. It's that real like nasally, Tina, and so I don't know. I've kind of always been on the fence about whether I like the way he uses his voice or whether I don't. So, it's one of those things. Like I think he's actually, when he's not like getting all super nasally, I think he does a pretty good job. I think he's got a pretty nice voice, and it's kind of down low. It's kind of velvety and smooth, and like he can sing. Like, he's very talented. When he goes up into those nasally registers, which I know is like his thing, it just it does less for me.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, for sure. Like, he does have a very distinct voice. A la, like, Tom York.
For sure.
Like, he has a very distinct voice.
Oh.
And it's one of those, kind of division bell voices where you either like it or you don't. And for me, like, Axl Rose has one of those that I don't like.
Okay.
I respect the man because he's got like crazy good range and he's hit the highest notes. But as far as me liking that voice, I don't like it. And I know, like when I first got into Radiohead, I didn't like Tom York's voice because it was super off.
Okay.
But I never had a problem with Billy Corgan. Like, I think he has. I mean, it's kind of whiny, which goes into the kind of grungy feel, but it's never been a thing for me. I don't know. I've always been okay with his voice, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, speaking of weird voices in Tom York and Radiohead, did you hear that they released a bunch of music?
Yes, because someone hacked Tom York's account.
That's the story. And demanded a ransom for it. So they went
like $150,000 or some crazy shit. And they're like, fuck you, we're gonna release it for free.
Well, no, it's not for free. It's
or it's like pay what you want.
It's got a minimum. It's like $22, $23 or some shit.
Oh, I thought they did it like what they did with In Rainbows, where it was pay whatever you want for the album.
Oh, maybe it is. And I'm just an idiot and paid $23 for it.
You paid the suggested price?
I did.
You paid the 23 euros?
No, it's 18 Great British Pounds, which is like 23 US dollars.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
22.88 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna download this because I was reading an article about this, and the guy that was writing the article downloaded the music and gave a not like a mini review of sorts. He was just he said he was a fan of Radiohead, and he said that he enjoyed a lot of it, and then there was some stuff that was like meh, and some stuff that was not so great, but might as well buy it because they're only gonna have it available for 2 weeks or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm buying it because that way I just have it and whatever,
Well, the thing is, from what I understand, it's a bunch of like studio takes and kind of like their jam sessions kind of thing. But if you're not like if you don't know like all of their work, it really doesn't mean a thing to you.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And it kind of reminded me of like when they had that Nirvana like thing, like they had like the 6 CD fucking collection or whatever the fuck. This was, I think, about 10 years ago, where they released like the big Nirvana thing, and then like it was just a bunch of trash with like 2 good songs out of 6 CDs full of like recordings and stuff like that.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. I just figure that I may as well buy it because it's unique. And it's something, if it's only going to be available for a limited time, fuck it, why not? Get it, and that way, when somebody's like, oh, there's this one amazing song in there, I'm like, oh, well, I can't experience it now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not gonna get it because I don't know. I don't care. Like, it's all like, I got burned on the Nirvana collection thing, and then like out of the 6 CDs, there was like 1 good song that was written and performed by Dave Grohl.
Right.
which was Marigold,
Well,
which is a fucking really good song.
I gotta say,
But-
I haven't paid for music in a long fucking time. You know, it's one of those, well, unless you count a subscription to Spotify Premium. So I suppose that's paying for music. You know, I'm paying $10 a month and I can listen to whatever the fuck I want to. But I just figure,
Yeah.
what the hell? Get this Radiohead thing. They're donating literally all of the proceeds. They're not keeping any of the money. They're donating all of it to some charity. I don't remember what the charity's for. I think it's I don't remember. But
Yeah.
none of the money is going to Radiohead. They were just like, fuck it. We're just going to donate all of the money that you pay for this to charities. So I don't feel bad for spending the suggested price, and I don't feel bad for buying the music. And I've got something that's semi-unique. I mean, of course, millions and millions of people are going to have this, but fuck it, man. Whatever.
Oh, for sure. Like, I like how they turned the ransom on its head. That's fun.
Yeah, there's some speculation about if that was true or if this was just to drum up publicity, since they haven't been like a thing in a while, but who knows?
Well, I don't know. But I don't see why they would do that. Like, that doesn't sound like them. Like,
Yeah, not
Radiohead
really.
just drops an album. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know what I
true.
mean?
That's true.
Yeah, like, they're quiet for a long time and then boom, an album. Like, what the oh shit, Radiohead has a new album?
Yeah, you're right. It's probably not like them, but whatever, man.
Oh well. Anyway. So we're here for Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. You ready to get into this?
Sure.
Alright, so, let's get into it. So the first song is Cherub Rock.
That it is.
This is a fun song. I feel like if you've heard like at least 5 Smashing Pumpkins songs,
This is probably one of them.
this is one of them. Yeah. It's not Rat in a Cage, but it's definitely one you've heard.
Right.
Yeah, it's good. I like everything about it. The whole theme is just about, you know, it's not a uncommon theme that we've talked about. It's about the shittiness of the record industry and like they don't understand what you're doing, but you're making them money. And so they're like, okay, hey, yeah. By the way, which one's pink? It's kind of that style. But the song's good.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a popular one. It's a good song. There's a reason it's popular because it's good. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I probably only listened to this like 2 or 3 times, this album, so I'm going to be riding your coattails a lot on this one because I'm just not that familiar with Radiohead. Fucking Smashing Pumpkins. More familiar with Radiohead than Smashing Pumpkins, except that they have such a large library that how the fuck can you be up to date with their whole library? I don't know. But yeah, this is one I've heard before. Never disliked it. It's probably not my favorite song on the album, but then again, I didn't listen to a lot, so, you know. Anyway.
No, this one, it has a good, like, fun do. It has a good riff, but it's like, and the guitar has a good riff.
Yeah.
And he and Billy, as a vocalist, he has the highs and lows of being angry, and then on the reverse side, being like the record company to appease the artists.
Right.
Who wants that honey? As long as there's some money, let me out. But then him as an artist, like, let me out. Like, this is a trap. But good song.
For sure.
Good song. I like it. It's a good starting song because it's very drumming. It has a good melody and it moves forward.
Yeah, and it's catchy. I mean, in a way that this kind of music can be. It's, you know, it sounds good and it's recognizable because it got popular. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
and then we move on to Quiet. This is a little more, it's a little more like a desperate feeling. Like it's a little more, like as far as the guitar goes, it's a little more heavy.
Huh, I was gonna say a little more aggressive, but okay.
Well, yeah, aggressive, heavy, yeah. I mean, synonyms.
Yeah, well, desperate threw me off.
Well, like, his voice is desperate.
Okay, like, okay. Alright.
Because he's like screaming, when you scream the word quiet.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's like the opening line. Yeah, but like, no, it's very aggressive and very, it's kind of one of the heavier songs on the album.
It is, yeah.
And for me, it feels like from what I gather from like the lyrics and what he's trying to talk about is like, it's sort of like Pandora's box. Like he's talking about hope that is trapped in Pandora's box. And so you have all this raging chaos around you, but he's like trying to find some solace in himself with all the crazy noise around him. Does that make sense?
Maybe he's just trying to get some sleep.
Or maybe he's in a library. He's trying to say, shut the fuck up.
Trying to read in here.
Yeah.
You know, like a drill sergeant in a library. Can't you see the sign says quiet? Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
Let's take a pause real quick.
Okay.
So the next song's Today.
Yeah.
It's about suicide.
Oh, is it? That's why it's annoying.
Yeah, it's hyperbole.
Yeah.
That's why it's Today's the Greatest Day. Yes, so basically, yeah, today is the greatest day. It's him trying to commit or him wanting to commit suicide on the best day. That's why it's the greatest day.
Ah, okay.
And I'll pull my eyes out. Oh, shit. Yep. That is what is happening. Good song. It's lyrically pretty. And it's that good, like, solid, like, finger picking intro. It's,
yeah, I don't know. This is the other song on this album that you've heard before, if you've never heard Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
It's alright. I don't have, like, it's probably the song I'm most familiar with on the album, because I've heard it a million goddamn times. And this is like the nasally parts of this song are the ones that kind of put me at odds with Billy Corgan. Even knowing that he can sing really well, this song has always come off as kind of annoying in my eyes. So it's just not my favorite.
Oh no, I mean, it's a good song. Like, it's a good radio song.
Yeah.
It's a good radio song. Not the best song on the album, but it's a good song. It's okay. It's a 6 on this album, as far as all the songs go.
Okay. I'll give you that. I mean, it's a good song. It's just it's not mine. I don't know.
I know. There's a lot better songs on this album.
For sure.
I really hate that this is one of the more popular songs, because there are so many, there are a lot more better, they're a lot more better. The fuck did I come from?
I don't know, but you got...
My Louisiana came out, mea culpa. A lot more better around here. Oh, hold on, shut up. Anyway,
you're gonna start getting racist there, and it's not gonna be okay.
It's Louisiana, they say those things.
I realize.
I grew up there. Anyway, not the best song, but it's okay. Moving on to, let's move on to Hunger.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about this one?
So, I kinda like this song.
Go on.
I'm not really sure how to, I can't really express why I like this song, but I just thought it was a pretty decent song. Yeah. I like the guitar riff and the
guitar riff is awesome. I love
solo.
the intro with the sitar.
Yeah.
And it had that like really drowsy kind of thing. Like, see, this, and I feel like this is where the album breaks from just grungy nonsense to a prog rock.
For sure. I'll give you that. Yeah, I don't know. I like the musical side of this. The lyrics are... I don't fucking remember any of these lyrics. I'm looking at them and I'm like, I don't fucking remember these. But I just remember that I liked the guitar in this one. So...
because it's one of the longer songs on the album. But it's just... This song, because it's like, it's not the longest, but one of the longer songs. And it has that, like sitar feel, and, here's where we see Billy Corgan actually starting to write music.
Okay.
I feel like the first 3 songs, or 4 songs, or 3 songs, he was writing songs, not an album. And here's where I feel like why this album, as far as like all the grunge movement, is as high as it is. 'Cause we went through 9 Inch Nails, and Tool is not on here. So what Billy has done is he starts to write movements in songs. And this is what he does well. He can start a song at a point, and then it changes, and it does different things. It has movements, a la Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails.
Okay.
But he's not so like, I feel like he's not so fucking bipolar with everything. It's just, it flows. It has more fluidity about the movement of the song, and throughout this album he has that ability to like sweep into one movement and then arrange it to where it goes into a part fluidly and then come back out. And it's not over dramatized, or it's not so like overproduced, like over dramatic. Like, cause I mean Trent Reznor was all about the like he was so over the top with everything.
Okay.
You don't know?
I find it funny that I don't know. I find it funny that Trent Reznor is considered over the top when this guy's got such a unique voice and employs it regularly to kind of like I don't know if he's doing it to stand out or if it's just his voice and he can't help it. I'm not really sure.
I'm talking about the music as a whole.
Yeah, I get that.
One second, sir.
Yeah. Well, the next song is Rocket.
You were making points as to why. Oh. All right,
yeah, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Next song's Rocket.
Okay, Rocket. I really like this song.
Yeah, it's super guitar heavy. This is another one where the like guitar riff was great, and there's just like this huge guitar sound behind it. I approve.
Mm-hmm. You approve?
I approve. Yeah, this was great.
No, and I believe from what I was reading that I think the first 6 songs are like heavy, like the wall of guitar sounds.
Well, this was the song on the album that continuously made me check my phone to see what the fuck song is this, because this sounds great.
Oh no, this song it's as far as sound goes and what he's talking about. Oh man, this is not my favorite, but I feel like one of the most meaningful songs on the album.
Oh, I have no idea about the lyrics, but the sound they dialed in here the tone they dialed in here was top notch.
For sure. No, for sure, because I really like this song. It's one of my favorites. And it's, someone who has finally broken free, like what Hummer did, where he was like, in the song Hummer, he was kind of thought to delve into what he believes in. Rocket is now where he is broken free from what his limitations and what he was taught to be.
I mean, the title says it all, right?
Well, yeah, and I feel like that's where it really kind of goes into prog rocky, because like the hammer is what is drilled into your fucking head, and the rocket is where you explore other things. Like
the hammer is my penis.
The hammer is my penis. If you haven't seen Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Vlog,
you need to do that now.
Do that right now. It's free on YouTube.
It's more important than this podcast.
It really is, though. MPH has got pipes, and I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, anyway, MPH is great.
He is great.
He also runs like the Magic Society in SoCal.
He does. NPH is a gem. He's a gem to the United States.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Anyway, gushing on NPH. We move on to Disarm.
We do. This is the other song. If you haven't heard the other songs we said you've heard before, this would be the other song you've heard before.
This is the third song that you've heard from Smashing Pumpkins out of 5.
Right.
The other 2 are on different albums.
Right. So, this is the other popular song. And honestly, man, okay, so I like this song until the chorus. I don't like the chorus of this song. And I used to be a little boy. That's where it loses me. Up to that, the song is like, alright, this is cool. But I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it, but once it gets to the chorus, it starts to lose me. This isn't like an amazing song to begin with, but I enjoyed it up to about the chorus point, and I was like, oh, well, that kind of killed it for me.
I disagree hardly. I heartily disagree. This is, I love like the bell chimes. I love like the crescendos that they do in this, like just the music itself. It has so much, like the music is beautiful, like the strings and like the bells and stuff like that. Like it's gorgeous. This is a gorgeous sounding song.
I'll give you that. It's got to come back to the nasally part of his voice, and he lays it on so fucking thick here. The killer in me is the killer in you. Like he lays it on so fucking thick, and man,
okay,
it just doesn't do it for me.
That's just how he sings.
I get that, but he's capable of having a prettier voice. He shows it off in other songs.
True, but he's screaming because this is about child abuse.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
And then, like, I used to be a little boy so grown in my shoes because my parents were fucked up and I had to grow up really fucking quick.
I get that. I guess I'm just not a fan of his voice when it comes right down to it.
You're not. No, you're not. And that's fine to not be a fan of his voice, but don't knock that against the entirety.
Yeah, it's just, it hurts the song for me, is what I'm saying. Like, I think this is a great band. And I think he is a great writer. I just don't like that portion of his voice. It's not so bad that I won't listen to the Smashing Pumpkins. It's not so bad that I'll skip a Smashing Pumpkins song. It's just like this little niggle in the back of my brain that's like, you don't really like this. You know what I mean?
Nah. Yeah. Now he's being racist.
Yeah, I guess that was a poor choice of words, but it was not a racist term, sir.
But what I'm saying is, I think you have a problem separating. Yeah, well, and again, that's why I brought up the idea that look, I did have a problem separating voices like Tom York, and he has a very distinct voice.
He
also,
does.
Axl Rose, they have a very distinct voice.
He does.
What you need to do is you need to separate the voice, the music, and what they're saying.
Yeah, but I don't really dive deep into lyrics all that often, unless it's somebody. It's just, I just don't really dive deep into lyrics that often unless it's comedy. That's
unless
what I
it's
kind of like.
Unless
Frank
it's
Zappa.
all the young, unless it's like all the young girls love Alice or Felicia or.
Yeah, but even then, I'm not as concerned with the story of the song as I am with just how bad fucking ass the song is. Felicia, man, dude, that beat and that just rhythm that they just thump through there, and the chorus comes in and it's got just enough of that poppy like catchiness to it that you're like, shit, yeah, this is good, but at the same time it retains that funky rhythm of the rest of the song, and the dude's voice is just phenomenal. Dude, the Constellations, their lead singer's voice is fucking phenomenal.
Which we will get to in a future episode.
That being said, it wasn't the lyrical content that turned me on to that song. I mean, it was to a degree because he's a great poet, and so that it flows very well. But the fact that the song is about getting head, that didn't even hit me until like the second or third listen into it. I was like, oh, this is about getting head. That's pretty funny. But it didn't contribute to why I love the song so much. I mean, it did a little bit, but it was just the fucking driving force. The same thing with all the young girls love Alice. I fucking love that guitar riff, and then it breaks down in the center at the chorus when he does the breakdown into the chorus, and the fact that Elton John just has an angel's goddamn voice. I mean, it's fantastic. Again, the story part of that didn't hit me until a few listens in. And maybe it's a subconscious thing with that stuff, but it's the driving force of that song is what fucking really grabs me. And with Disarm, it's a pretty song, but it just, I don't know, his voice just kind of takes it out of it for me. It just reminds me of that I'm not a fan of the nasalness quality.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would challenge you to do. Listen to this song. The Civil Wars do this song. So I challenge you to listen to this song played by the Civil Wars, and I would almost argue that it's a better version of this song than what they did.
Text that to me, because I'll fucking forget by the time we finish recording.
For sure. Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to Soma.
Soma.
What'd you think about Soma?
It's long.
It is long. It's a fucking good old slow build.
It is.
It is.
So I like this song.
I fucking love this song.
This is a really good song. This was another one that I would check my phone to see what song is this, but not for the same reasons as Rocket. Because this song's about 45 seconds a minute too long. And I'm not saying that because the ending is bad. The ending's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it's just too long. I think he could have. This song has it's got like 2 verses, 2 choruses, 3 bridges, a guitar solo, an intro, an outro, a radio clip at the end. You could have lost the radio clip at the end. This song is. It's fucking great. It just tries to do too much, and they need to cut one of those things out of it. For me.
I completely disagree.
I figured you would.
I completely disagree. This is one of my favorite songs. I think Soma, I love that it's like a Beethoven movement, man. Like it's a slow build, and it crescendos, and then they're talking about Soma is the goddamn drug in a Brave New World.
Okay.
Like, they reference a fucking really good, it's basically, like a Brave New World, or it's the drug in, that would be like, what it really makes me think of is the Pink Floyd song Comfortably Numb.
Okay.
it's like, it's the drug you take to make you comfortably numb.
Right. I see the analogy there. And again, I'm not saying I dislike it. I think this is a great song. I really do. It's just a little too long for my personal taste.
It's one of the longer ones, but I feel like it was, I don't know. I think it was done well. I think, again, back to, like, Trent Reznor. Like, he was trying to do so many movements, but he was so fucking over the top with it. Like,
yeah,
it was kind of off-putting. Where
yeah.
Corrigan is more of like a subtle builder.
And
you know what I mean?
I'll agree with you there. Yeah, it's pretty. It builds up. It gets heavier as it goes through. It's a good song and it's constructed well. Just really fucking long. So if you're gonna listen to this one, sit down because you've got a few minutes. Yeah,
for sure. No, for sure. Like it's a sit down, but it's one of my favorite songs for sure.
I understand that.
Anyway, so let's go on to Geek USA.
Okay.
How did you feel about this one?
It's very busy.
Really? Busy?
Yeah. If I remember correctly. I think I'm remembering correctly, but I maybe I'm not, but I felt like this was busy. This was kind of punky to me.
A little bit, yeah.
And okay, then I am thinking of the right song. Yeah, it's kind of punky, it's kind of busy. It's there's a lot going on in the guitar section. There's not just one guitar here. There's a lot going on.
No, there are 30.
Okay. So my assessment of busy is correct then. This is fucking busy. It's not a bad song by any stretch of the imagination. I enjoyed listening to this song. But man, if you want to listen to this, you have to kind of pay attention to really hear what he's doing with it. So it made listening to this album in the background in the workshop, like, this one was like, oh fuck, I need to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because that's
what I liked about it.
Yeah, it was just, so I guess what I mean by that is, it's not a good background music song.
No, it's not.
It grabs your attention. It's like, hey, pay attention to me. Look at me. So it's not a great background music song, which is how I tend to listen to these. There's two places I listen to albums, or music in general, and podcasts too, but, I listen to it when I'm cooking breakfast on the weekend, in the mornings on the weekend, and I listen to it in the workshop when I'm building guitars. And so when something grabs my attention enough to take me out of building guitars, it's either really good, really bad, or there's something very unique. And the, what did you say, 30 guitars is something very unique. But it's done well. It's just very much, grabs your attention in a weird way, if that makes sense.
Oh no. Yeah, it does. It's very fast. It's a fun, like, flurry song, and then they have this, like, fun, like, break that's, like, ethereal.
Okay, yeah.
You know? Fuck, man. I love this fucking song. I think it's in my top. It's in my tops, for sure. Okay. Because
I can see that.
It's so hard and heavy at the front, and then it moves.
Right.
Again, Billy moves. He has movements, and there's a movement, and then it breaks off into ethereal. Again, pulling back to, this is a prog rock album, not a fucking grunge album.
For sure. And like I said, I'm not knocking this song for that. It just definitely took me by surprise when I heard it.
I don't know. It's one of the longer songs on the album, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it is. Oh no, it's about middle sized.
Okay.
But there's a lot going on in this song. There's a lot of shit happening. There's a lot of shit happening, and by the time I get off of, like, Soma, where I have to pay attention, and especially coming off of Disarm and Soma, I'm like, okay, like, and then this ADD shit, like, pay attention, move!
Yeah, for
Holy
sure.
shit, like, I woke the fuck up.
Oh shit, yeah.
Holy shit! Oh, yeah. Big fan of this song.
Yeah.
Big fan. Anyway. So let's go ahead and move on to Mayonnaise.
Okay, real quick, I'm gonna take a piss.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye!
Hello.
So the next song is, Mayonnaise. Or, for short, Mayo. Which, by the way, does not rhyme with the word male. Sorry.
Oh, are you sure?
Go there.
Are you sure?
Had to go there.
Cause my boy Stitches said different.
He does. He thinks that mayo rhymes with male. Similar words-ish. Mayo's white. Mail generally comes in white envelopes.
I like the word association you're doing. It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere, my man. I love you, baby, but you're not doing that right.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this is my peak song.
Okay. I honestly don't fucking remember anything about this.
Yeah, it's not a, yeah, just all my notes say is meh.
Okay, sure. Again, we're like Rocket. I kept checking my phone to be like, oh, what the fuck song is this? This one completely fucking flew under the radar to me.
Yeah, it's meh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So the next song is Space Boy.
Space Boy. I feel like this is the most beautiful song on the album.
Sure, I'll give you that.
They did, like, as far as the composure and all that stuff, this is the prettiest song on the album.
Okay.
It is so, it's, big fan. Big fan of just the, I don't like the lyrics a bunch. It's okay as far as the lyrics go. But
okay.
The music behind it is amazing. It's really good.
So this isn't, popping out to me as super distinct in my memory. I remember hearing this song, but I don't remember detail about it. So this is one of those that barely stuck with me, and so I just have to kind of ride your coattails on, yeah, it's a beautiful song.
No, it really is. It's a really good, I mean, it's got a bit of, it's kind of what they're talking about is, it's just, good night. Oh, words. It's kind of dark because, Billy Corgan, my childhood sucked and all that kind of stuff. But it's basically, what he's trying to say is, he wants to escape.
Okay.
Essentially.
Okay.
It's just escapism, but the music is very pretty.
Alright. We can go with that. Sorry, this song doesn't, it's real vague in my memory.
Yeah. It's kind of forgettable as far as, I don't know, but it's fucking, like I said, it's one of the prettiest sounding songs on this album.
Okay.
But however, we get to, here's the question. This is 1993, right?
Okay.
You're gonna buy this at, what's 93? You're gonna buy this at an On Cue, or a disco round, or something.
Alright, yeah. Or a Virgin.
Do you think, or a Virgin, oh shit, Virgin?
Yeah.
Do you think they bleeped it out as far as the title of this next song?
I think it depends on where you bought it.
I feel like that's the question.
This would have been bleeped out at Walmart, but not not at On Cue.
Not at On Cue?
That's what I'm thinking.
What about Virgin?
Oh, see, it depends, man. Like, I feel like the big actual record stores would have both versions.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for parents that are like, yeah, I want to listen to this with my kids, but I don't want them to hear the word next song, Silver Fuck, then yeah, I don't want to hear.
Here's my other question. Do you ever remember a bad word in this entire album outside of this song title?
Doesn't he? Yeah. No, I think he just says fuck like one time in the song too.
No, I'm just saying this entire album. I don't remember him saying anything. I don't remember him saying like bastard or ass or fuck or whatever.
Yeah, I guess
I don't remember him saying like a bad word in the entire album. So, would it get that parental advisory? I
mean, yeah.
Just because the title of this song is Silver Fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Just because Silver Fuck?
Well, because I'm pretty sure he says fuck at least once in this song. I think it's at the end there, but I'm pretty sure he says it.
I don't remember I read the lyrics. I don't remember any of those. I don't remember any song saying the word fuck or ass or bitch or anything like that.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
If it were to get that label, it was only because of this song track.
Right.
Which is stupid.
I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe they're allowed one. I don't know. You know, PG-13s or movies are allowed one fuck. So maybe albums are allowed one curse word before they get that explicit content rating.
Like one hard one, yeah, for sure. Like, I watched Days of Future Past, like not too long, like 2 days ago.
Why?
And because it's what? Days of Future Past?
Which one is that? Am I thinking of the wrong one?
Maybe it's the one where like they want to kill Peter Dinklage because he creates the Sentinels. Like they're in like a dystopian thing, and like Shadowcat is trying to push Logan's mind back into 1970, whatever the fuck, to stop. What's her fuck? Raven, but Mystique from killing the guy who makes the Sentinels.
Huh.
It's not the Apocalypse one.
Yeah.
It's like the best X-Men movie that has been out there.
Okay, sure. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Apocalypse was awful. I remember that.
A lot of people don't like it, but I will defend it because I liked it. However,
I mean, I'm hard pressed to call a movie like truly bad because if it holds my attention, it holds my attention. But
we're also the shitholes that we're like the one of few people who like defend Jedi.
Okay, yeah, but it's a good movie.
It's a fucking good movie. It's a fucking good movie.
And you know, and I'm one of the few people that's going to defend the prequels because I have not rewatched them in my adulthood because I refuse to do that, and because when I was a child, I very much enjoyed them, and I'm not going back because I don't want that fucking ruined for me. So leave me alone.
Fair.
Also, Darth Maul was the best thing that has like ever happened.
Real talk, Darth Maul is the coolest fucking villain, for sure.
I mean,
no, Darth Vader, especially Darth Vader, like killing people in that hallway. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
But Darth Maul, like the silent protagonist, dude.
For sure.
I mean, our antagonist.
He's the evil Boba Fett,
dude. He's great. Yeah. Anyway. Again, not going back and rewatching them because fuck you. I enjoyed it as a child.
Please don't.
I'm gonna hold on to that forever. For sure. So where the fuck were we? Bang Bang You're Dead.
Silver Fuck.
Right.
I love this song.
Okay. It's a good song.
I love this song. You know why?
Why?
Take a guess. What's the song about?
Okay, well, if you love this song, and you're asking me to guess, then it's got to be a fuck you song, right?
Yo.
Okay. Okay.
What kind of fuck you song?
Breakup fuck you song in that case.
Yup.
Yeah. Yep.
My man.
Yep.
Yep. It's a fuck you breakup song.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I remember a little bit about this song, but I remember being a decent song.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I liked
it. It's pretty.
He's got that bang, bang, you're dead, whole thing going on, which is actually, not a terrible use of his higher pitched side of voice and doesn't fucking annoy me. So he can do it well. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Good song. Great.
The song's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I have no complaints about this song at all.
It's got a good guitar solo in there.
It's got a great guitar solo. It's got movements left and right. Like he's got 3 different movements from chorus 1 to chorus 3. Good. It's a great song.
Right. It's really long.
It's a great song. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah,
but
I think the longest song.
But okay, but here you don't notice the length as much as you do in some of the other long songs that are on this album. I'm looking at you, Soma. I think Soma's great, but here you don't notice the length like I did, or at least I didn't notice the length like I did in Soma. Here, that 9 minutes or whatever it is kind of just flew by.
Yeah.
And
because it
go ahead.
No, it had a lot of movements. Like it changed tones and tempos, and it did a lot of good things.
Yeah, and I honestly feel it's just arranged better. Don't get me wrong, Soma's like a more of the crescendo song where yes, it's arranged properly where it builds and builds and builds. Some of the pieces of the arrangement aren't amazing. Whereas this is good all the way through, and that's why it flies.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, let's go into the last song, which is...
Oh, there's 2 more songs, right? We got Sweet Sweet and we got Luna.
Oh, I didn't... Sweet Sweet, it was there.
Okay, yeah, it was.
And I didn't listen to Luna.
Okay.
I only got the 12 track.
Okay.
So,
well, I don't really remember.
What was Luna about?
I don't know. I don't really remember it.
Okay, cool. Moving on. Alright, so, we're done. Sweet Sweet was there. It's not, it's meh. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
Totally forgettable. I don't really remember it either.
Sure. Okay. So, how would you summarize this album, Andrew?
How would I summarize this album? I mean, I've got to agree with you. I think this is more prog rock than grunge. I think they just threw it in the grunge category because it's 93. It's in that same time frame, early 90s grunge. It was a thing, and I think they just kind of threw it in there. They throw it into that. People categorize it as that because of the time frame. But I agree, it's more prog rock. There's a lot more conceptual shit going on here. There's a lot more other instruments brought in. It's not fucking grunge. It's not a guitarist through a fuzz pedal with a bass player, a drummer, and maybe one other guitarist. That's not what it is. That's grunge. Grunge is done on the cheap. Fucking Alice in Chains and Nirvana. It's done on the cheap. It's a few guys. This is a production. It's more progressive. So that's why I would define it that way. It's a good album. It's something I would listen to again. There's some very forgettable songs here. And there's some pretty good songs here. I'm still not totally sold on his voice, but it's not a turn off to the point that I'll skip a Smashing Pumpkins songs because of his voice. I might skip it because I'm just like, I don't care about this song. But, so like I said, I was a little harsh on Billy Corgan through the review of this album, but I really do think he's a good singer, and his voice doesn't really bother me all that much. It just takes me out of it just knocks a couple of these songs down a point or two.
Yeah, for sure. I do have to say that, as far as this album goes, that it's, I do like the effort that has been made to make this a full and cohesive album.
Right.
The movements are great. There's a lot of structure here as far as like the background music and as far as chords and everything goes in. I feel like in the song, Geek USA, that has one of the most amazing guitar solos I've heard.
Yeah, it's great.
And the breakdown's amazing. Soma has so much movement. It's really good. Rocket's a really fun song.
Yeah.
Space Boy's pretty. Like, this was mapped out, like, as far as, like, a movement, it was mapped out well.
Yeah.
I think as far as grunge goes, it's a hard thing to call it grunge.
I agree.
Because I feel like it's more prog rock. And what I feel like, when people compare bands like all the grunge bands as a la Tool, 9 Inch Nails, Korn, and Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. Go on.
I wouldn't even consider 9 Inch Nails or Korn grunge. I would consider 9 Inch Nails industrial, and I would consider Korn. I don't think I would consider them grunge. I would think I would consider them more towards the metal spectrum.
No, you're right.
Grunge
they're more
to
industrial-esque.
The epitome of grunge to me is Alice in Chains. I know most people think Nirvana, but for me it's Alice in Chains.
Okay. But here's what I'm thinking, is we've had two of these, let's call them dark progressive.
I'll give you that.
So I would say, like, we've done, we did 9 Inch Nails, and we've done Smashing Pumpkins.
Right.
And I feel like they're darker industrialists, or a la prog rock.
I would
in a dark tone.
Yeah, I'd put 9 Inch Nails in the industrial camp, and I would put this into the progressive camp.
Okay. Well, I feel like these get lumped into a category.
Okay.
And I feel like I can best relate 9 Inch Nails and Smashing Pumpkins into Batman directors.
Okay, I'm not as heavy with directors, but okay, go on.
Okay, so think of like Batman 2. That was Tim Burton, like the one with the penguin.
Yeah, that's Batman Returns, right? Yeah. Was that Nipple Suit Batman?
That was Nipple Suit
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah. It's not. That is Tim Burton being Tim Burton.
Tim Burton's all over that movie. It's great.
Tim Burton's all over Tim Burton. Also, if you haven't listened to the Cape Podcasters,
I have absolutely
go listen to them.
Listen to that episode.
Go listen to them,
and you should go listen to the Cape Podcasters. I've been listening to a lot of those guys lately, because I'm caught up on my experience grind backlog, and so I've been catching up on the Cape Podcasters backlog. I fucking love those guys, man. They have you got. Long story short, I won't get into a tangent conversation about how great this podcast is with Shane, but long story short, listener, go listen. If you like superhero movies, listen to the Cape Podcasters. Dave and Brian are fantastic. Their super stuff rating system is amazing, and I can't wait for. They may have already done it, but I can't wait for the Capies and the Potties. That's probably coming up in my backlog. So go listen to the Cape Podcasters. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you get your podcast.
Yes. Listen to them because they're fun. Also, what I like about them is that they make good movies They make bad movies look good.
Oh man, they do.
But they also make movies that I like look bad, and it fucking kills me inside. Like, for instance, just quickly, they rated Green Lantern over The Watchmen.
Okay.
That fucking kills me inside. I want to die inside. Anyway, moving on.
I haven't gotten to either of those movies yet, but I did listen to their review of Batman Returns recently, and I thought it was great because I've only seen that movie maybe 2 or 3 times, and it was always while I was younger. But everything they described in it, I was just like, oh, I remember that. And it was a lot of fun. Like how the Batmobile has fire coming out of it, even if it's only going 15 miles an hour. I love it.
Oh, anyway. Yes, anyway.
Bat nipples.
So, I think we sucked their dick hard enough. Long
That's
enough.
okay. I hope they came.
Hard and long enough. Well, they might. Anyway. So, like, I feel like Nine Inch Nails is a lot Tim Burton.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's doing a lot of shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it could be. And I feel like Chris Nolan, who did, like, The Dark Knight,
right,
is doing some, like, super subtle shit and, like, building a story. I feel like that's what these two bands are doing.
Okay.
Like, Nine Inch Nails being Tim Burton, and then Chris Nolan being the Smashing Pumpkins, where it's kind of subtle, but it builds into, it has movements and crescendo and reason for fuck's sakes.
Right.
But
okay, what are your top 3?
Anyway. Alright, oh shit. Alright, so, my top 3. Number 3 is gonna be Hummer.
Okay.
I love the sitar. I love the movements. I love everything about that song.
Okay. I can get behind that. Everyone loves a good Hummer.
Everyone loves a good Hummer. Here's the problem. This is problem.
Yes.
I don't know what to do with number 2, because I know number 1 is Silverfuck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Silverfuck.
Okay.
A good fuck you breakup song that's pretty.
Yeah.
Good night. Number 2, I gotta go, Geek USA.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
We are,
where you at?
We're not terribly far off. Silverfuck's my number 3.
Okay.
Geek USA is my number 2. Rocket's my number 1.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not far off.
Yeah, we're really not.
Right on.
I was thinking about this the entire episode, just staring at the track list, like, what am I gonna do? But I fucking love Rocket. It's the one that I kept checking my phone, like, what is this song? It's great. Geek USA kept pulling me out of my work to see what this was, and so it's amazing. And Silverfuck, I didn't catch the fuck you breakup vibe of it, but it's just a good song. And it's got a good guitar solo, so, hey.
It sure does. Yeah, true story. Alright, well, here's the real question. Is it better than Goodbye Yellow Brick Road?
No. Not even a little bit.
No, it's not.
We did do a thing. This is, do you have your list with you?
I don't.
Alright, then never mind.
I don't.
We'll go back to it.
I don't have my list.
Okay, then we'll go back to it. Because we re-rated we re-rated 100 through 85.
Yes. But we can do that. I feel like we can add this on the Facebook when this drops.
Oh, you say that.
Okay, well, as far as...
But I'm a little drunk and I'll forget
you...
by the time this publishes.
Okay, well, do you have your list?
I have the list that you and I put together for me that you texted me.
Where would you put this? Then, fuck it, where would you put this?
Well, see, we've gone beyond 15 now. So, like, so there's some Michael Jackson to contend with, and, right, because it's Michael Jackson in this to add to that 15?
Did you not add that?
No.
Then you need to keep up. You need to put in Michael Jackson
The Who
and Tommy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright, so, fuck. Let me count this real quick. There's only 14. I don't know. We'll have to redo it. But anyway.
You're an asshole.
Well, I just sent the list that you sent to me. Or, that's what I'm staring at.
Yeah, and then we had 2 extra albums. I mean, you could
Yeah, but you
just
sent
put
me a
them in
list that
right
was
now.
only 14, so we missed one.
How about?
Doesn't matter.
Can you just cut all this?
We'll see. I'm a pretty lazy editor, so probably not.
You're not gonna.
Anyway, join us next time.
Dear listener, by the time...
Join us next time for number 81, which is Neil Young's Harvest. Also, John Lennon Imagine is also between Tommy and this album. Anyway, we didn't fucking rate this.
No, we didn't.
Okay, what do you rate this?
I'd give this a solid... I'd give it an 8. I give it a solid 8.
Okay.
A solid 8.
Alright.
It's a fucking really good album. There's not a song, I mean, there's not a lot that I have to complain about this album. You know, it kind of drones on, as far as like, what he's talking about is kind of, well, I guess for 93, these are new, complaints with like, children being abused and feeling like they feel out of place. But, as far as like,
go ahead.
Well, I mean, this is the 90s, like, this is a new thing, like, as far as, I don't know, there's not a lot I have to complain about this album. Outside of the last song, I wouldn't skip any one of these songs. They all have, I don't know. I really like this album. I think, as far as the music goes, it flows well. I think the lyrics are nothing we haven't heard before, but not terrible. It's a good album. It's a solid album. Solid 8.
Okay.
You, sir?
I'm at a 7. This is, solidly above average. Great song. Great song. There are some great songs in this album. Good album. There's some great songs in here. There's a bunch of forgettable too, though. So, hey, that's where it sits for me. I don't really know how else to put that. I mean, I'm just listening to this 3 or 4 times. Man, I solidly remember like half of these songs.
Well, in the album's defense, a quarter of this album you've heard on the radio.
A bunch.
1,000 times.
Yeah. And not necessarily enjoyed all of those. Like, I'm not a huge fan of Today. Cherub Rock is good. Disarm is alright. Quiet's decent. But yeah, I mean, there are some great songs here. But the album as a whole, there's a lot of forgettable. I don't remember much about Luna, Sweet Sweet, Mayonnaise, really. It's not a ton about, I mean, the back half of the album kind of starts to drift away, except for like Silverfuck and Geek USA. It gets forgettable after a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, they come out pretty strong. I mean, Cherub, Quiet Today, you've heard these songs. And it's the first 3 songs on the album. And then you've heard Disarm. But again, that's only halfway through the album. So, they come on strong and they put their forgettable shit at the end. Except for like Silverfuck. So, that being said, it's solidly above average. It's better than Kanye. But it's no Elton John.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's better than John Lennon.
And it's not. Yeah.
But it's no Michael Jackson.
True. No, it's not. But I think, of all the albums we've listened to, this is one of the better ones we've listened to.
Somewhere around Metallica for me.
I think it's around, like, P-Funk.
Nah, P-Funk's better than this.
I think it's in the range of P-Funk.
I would agree it's in the range of P-Funk, but for me, well, and fuck, I don't even know. Did I put Metallica or P-Funk higher? Because those are probably pretty close for me.
I don't know. You have your list, nigga.
Nah, Motherload is up there for me. That's what you left off this list. No? Oh, there are 15 on this list. It's just 2 of them are on the same line. And I'm a little drunk, so I didn't notice that. That's what it is.
Asshole.
Yeah. You want me to give you my 15 rearranged from 100 to 85?
Sure.
Nah. We'll wait. We'll do it together.
Yeah. We can do like a side episode where we rank. Like we can do.
I think that would be better than just talking about on this episode because we're already an hour 30 recorded, but some of that was a pee break and shit like that. So.
Yeah, but we can do like a side episode, and then we're like, all right, here we're at on the list. Like I feel like after Bjork, we can rearrange. Like that would be an episode of us just like a little bonus episode where we just rearrange everything.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, here's the thing. Neil Young is number 81. So the bottom 20.
Oh shit, the break. Oh, the break is at Neil Young.
It is. So the bottom...
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Neil Young's 82.
No, this is 82. I'm looking at the list.
Fuck.
I'm literally looking at it.
Fuck.
Okay,
so Neil Young...
This is 82. Neil Young is the next album. It's 81. The album after that is not Bjork. It is Paul Simon's Graceland. And then we hit Bjork. So,
well, 81's our break.
81's our break, so I think one of those break episodes, let's do the 100 to 81, the bottom 20 of this list rearranged.
Okay.
Yeah?
For sure.
All right, let's do that for one of our break episodes. We can do that after Neil Young.
Yeah. And then we have a listener request that I'm super excited about.
We do.
Our boy Nick Lines asked us to review an album, and it's one of my favorites of all time. Andrew is not going to like it.
I have not listened to it yet.
It's super good.
Well, what would that album be?
That is The Ugly Organ.
And who is that composed by?
Cursive.
Sorry, who's that?
That is Cursive. Cursive, The Ugly Organ. One of my favorite albums of all time. Thank you, Nate Glines, for being awesome and asking for a good album. It's fucking amazing.
And it's not a crossover, so we can actually fit it in easier than we can do the crossover stuff, which we're going to do. We are. It's a matter of scheduling. So, there's that.
Would you shut the fuck up?
No. I'm a little drunk. I drank my dinner tonight, so,
Alright, say goodnight, Andrew.
Alright, well, thanks for listening to Sad Panda Presents. You can find us wherever the fuck you get your podcast. iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, sadpandapresents.com, facebook.com/sadpandapresents. That's the best place to reach out to us, by the way, is Facebook. I will see that pretty much immediately. I'll get a push notification. Talk to us. Suggest an album such as Mr. Nate Glines did. He did that over Facebook Messenger. If you want to reach out to us and suggest an album, that's how he did it. And guess what? Within a week of him suggesting it, it got mentioned on the show. So if you want to talk to us, that's where to do it. Other than that, thanks for listening. Next time we're talking about Neil Young's Harvest. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm especially excited because apparently we're going to have Miss Tasha on, and she's amazing. This is an album I grew up with, so stick around if you like old man shit. Old man hippie shit, because that's what this is going to be. So thanks again, everybody. Shane, take us out.
Thank you for listening, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you'll have a good night, and thank you. Thanks for listening.
Hey, bye.
Bye.